lot of boxing, a lot of sparring, all the physical straining, running, lifting weights. That's beautiful. But you need to practice on what you have to do, and you have to box. So you should do as much boxing as possible leading up to the fight.
Who am I? Who am I to the people? I have a kid now, like I said before. Honestly, it's just that fatherhood time. I haven't yet spent much more time with my son as I would want to. And he'll understand that as he gets older. If I can see, how can I change and how can I give my son more knowledge rather than luxury things, then I'm going to do that. And the take back is really just about inspiring others like we always do. And grabbing everything, becoming a 2-time undisputed world champion, breaking history, making more records, doing things that people have yet to see. And I'm just grateful to even be here, honestly.
You're hitting the bag, right? I see you hitting it. When you walk, I want you to do like this. Boom, 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 boom. Just keep for boom, 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 boom. How long you can do that? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And combination, boom, like punch. Boom, 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 boom.
And of course, hard work pays off. So this is where it shows. And yeah, man, I think that's the hardest part, though, is taking it all in. I think that's the hardest part, taking it all in. Because I want more. I'm not happy. I'm not satisfied yet. I need more.
What else more you want? Is more boxing can give you?
I need to put my foot in their neck, Mike.
Oh, you want to hurt people?
I want to hurt them.
That's a good.
You know what? You know what I love about you, Mike? Is that right there? You always wanted your foot on their neck. Yeah, and I love that because it's the best feeling, man. That's what the believe it or not, that's what the people want. Yeah, of course.
People want.
Have you ever had one of those moments where boxing suddenly feels less like chaos and more like a slow, careful game of strategy? Almost like a chessboard where every move matters. Not just punches, but perception, timing, and the story being built around the fight. That's the atmosphere surrounding boxing right now. It all kicked off with a viral clip showing something unexpected. Mike Tyson arriving at Teofimo Lopez's training camp, working drills with him, and even revisiting those classic peekaboo fundamentals that made Tyson legendary in the first place.
I just say to God, I need your help here. Because I'm about to do something that I'm not built to do, and that's quit.
Once you watch the footage, it clicks immediately. You see Iron Mike guiding reflex wake, slip and counter routines, and moving with that unmistakable presence of someone who's lived at the very peak of the sport. This isn't some casual appearance or friendly visit. These clips spread fast across social media, getting shared again and again. And the message is obvious. Tyson isn't just watching. He's actively passing on experience and sharpening Lopez's preparation in a serious way. Then things take an interesting turn. After those training sessions, Tyson throws a curveball. As someone who's never been shy about speaking his mind, he starts talking about Shakur Stevenson. His words sound like praise layered with caution. On one side, he highlights Stevenson's sharp skills and high ring intelligence. On the other, he's very direct about what it takes to deal with a fighter like Teofimo at this level. That mix of respect and warning is why his comments hit so hard online. If you're Stevenson, hearing Mike Tyson say, "You're great, but don't get too comfortable," is the kind of public pressure that snaps your focus into place fast.
Do you recognize this energy?
Energy is beautiful, but we need something to match it. We need some.
Can't nobody match this energy, Mike. Come on.
I know, but you're looking at it, and this used to be a space that you lived in.
There's no doubt about it. That's why I'm getting excited with the other opponent.
Mike's just an instigator at this point. He just wants to instigate it. I love it.
Yeah, but I think the biggest thing about it, though, is that guys like yourself, legends, I call it, is you guys paved the way. And I appreciate the sport so much. But there was one thing that you had once said. It's like, the way I love the sport, it could hurt you, though, because it could break your heart many times.
Oh, many times.
And that's what it's been doing. Man. I love it. I love the sport. But my biggest thing now, my goal is not about... yes, the financial funds and all that, absolutely. Get paid, we risk our lives. But the whole thing is about making the fights happen.
Let's be honest for a moment. What does it really mean when Mike Tyson, a man who completely changed how power and intimidation look inside the ring, takes time to work with a young fighter like Lopez. Feist, it reshapes the narrative. It tells everyone that Lopez isn't just grinding through camp. He's soaking up old-school knowledge that's been proven in real battles. Second, it creates doubt and uncertainty for opponents. Tyson's peekaboo style is built on tight defense, brutal counters, and precise timing. That's a nightmare for fighters who depend on single-shot power and explosive bursts. Simply put, Lopez walking out of those sessions isn't the same fighter who walked in. So where does Shakur Stevenson fit into all of this? If you enjoy boxing storylines, you're looking at a perfect triangle. Stevenson, the smooth defensive technician. Lopez, the confident and explosive puncher. And Tyson, the unpredictable mentor quietly adding new layers to Lopez's game. Tyson's comments, part praise and part warning, do two things at once. They confirm Stevenson's elite skill, and they suggest Lopez might approach this fight differently than expected. That mental shift matters, because in major fights, momentum often starts forming long before the first bell rings.
The further you pull your hand back, the harder you punch, but it's not. Punching comes with relaxation, real good pinpoint accuracy punching. You can hit a guy with pop and boom.
Now let's break things down technically. This is where Tyson's involvement could really change the matchup. Shakur's biggest strengths are his control of distance, slick head movement, and his ability to turn defense into offense with precision. He's calm, patient, and methodical, constantly making small adjustments that throw opponents off rhythm and timing.
3, 2, 1, flag. So many years. Yeah, pop up, push through, and have a big fight. 3, press, 1, 2, 3, back flat, 4, rotate, press. Yes, sir. Last 3 here.
Lopez, on the other hand, is more like controlled destruction. He's explosive, confident, and capable of flipping around with one perfectly timed combination. Tyson's peekaboo system isn't about looking flashy or elegant. It's about making chaos efficient. Tight guard, smart head movement, and perfectly timed counters. If Lopez absorbs even a fraction of that mindset, he can close distance while lowering his exposure. That creates serious problems for anyone trying to keep the fight clean and technical.
Before, he knows the in and out about fighting, and it's just that we had to transfer that because he's using his legs and elbows and everything, grabbing. So we kind of, I don't know, did a new foundation and made him more elusive. You know, made him more elusive. He throws his punches with just bad intentions. And I just believe the consistency.
Now let's get tactical. Picture Stevenson's ideal game plan. Control range, touch with the jab, use angles, and frustrate Lopez until mistakes start showing. That strategy depends on Lopez getting impatient. But what if Lopez now has sharper head movement and shorter, sudden counters? Suddenly, Stevenson may not get all the space he's used to. No one is saying Lopez suddenly turns into Sugar Ray overnight. But even small improvements could take away some of Stevenson's comfort zone and force him into exchanges he'd rather avoid. That's why Tyson's words carry weight. They aren't trash talk. They're a reminder that the strategy battle is still very much alive.
It's a constant attack. You can't go out there toe-to-toe slugging. You got to cut him off, chase him.
Cut the ring off.
Yeah.
I think he's got good footwork.
And he has good speed, too.
He's got great speed. He's got great power.
Zooming out, there's also a human and media angle to all this. Tyson issuing a warning about Stevenson is smart promotion. It sparks headlines. Iron Mike cautions rising star. That gets fans, analysts, and fighters talking. It's not disrespectful. It's boxing culture. Veterans challenge younger fighters publicly because it sharpens them and sells fights. When Stevenson sees this online, he has two options. Use it as motivation or let it mess with his focus. True champions usually turn that noise into fuel, pushing harder in training and sharpening details. History shows that great fighters don't fear doubt. They use it to tighten preparation.
For real. He crying like a motherfucker.
Cool.
This is where fans start speculating. Is Tyson's involvement partly strategic theater? Could Lopez's camp be planting seeds of doubt in Stevenson's mind? Maybe. Boxing is as much psychological warfare as physical combat. A viral clip of Tyson leaning in, sharing knowledge, forces the other camp to react in some way, publicly or privately. And reactions reveal strategy. Do they release sparring footage? Do they emphasize Stevenson's defense in interviews? That social media back and forth becomes another silent round. And yes, there's new footage coming from Shakur's camp as well. But let's be clear, none of this removes Stevenson's strengths. His track record shows elite movement, timing, and composure. He's beaten top fighters by sticking to smart plans, and his team knows how to build around his abilities. Tyson's warning isn't a prediction of loss. It's a reminder to stay sharp. And Stevenson seems to be doing exactly that.
Tom, you got Tom in it. January 31st. Cole gonna beat your. Yeah, put that in there.
Loosen up a little bit. Shadow boxing, get some sparring. Maybe about 8 to 10 rounds. And
everybody talking about Tio gonna win. Y'all all know that he gonna lose, bro. Shakur actually fight accurate people, like not bums. Like he fought Oscar Valdez. Tank pulled out the fight because he's scared. Ryan Garcia's scared. Like, they all scared. Even Devin Haney. Shakur gonna stop him this easy. That's so easy. Y'all already know the question. Shakur on top.
You got it. One flip. That was a good fucking job, man. You know what? Not one.
I don't know. It ain't like I said. Your boxing get better by the hour. Okay. Soon, you'll be undefeated.
Niggas all be just sitting back. You saw him waiting though, right?
Now let's add some spice. Predicting winners is fun, but the real draw here is the drama. A boxing legend mentoring a rising contender while publicly evaluating a stylistic genius like Stevenson. It's classic boxing theater. Old school meets new school. Ego meets discipline. The media turns it into a spectacle. On fight night, all the talk either matters or fades instantly. The bell decides. But the build-up, Tyson's presence, and his comments have already added depth to the story. And honestly, that makes it better.
Bruce Lee says, and let me tell you, Tyson Fury said, it doesn't matter if he has Muhammad Ali, Bruce Lee, and Mike Tyson training him. The fact of the matter is, All of those three combined are a novelty of the cuss style, of a boxing style that Mike knows like the back of his hand. And
so what should viewers pay attention to when the fight actually happens? First, watch Lopez's movement after those Tyson sessions. Is his defense tighter? Is he entering exchanges with more control? Second, see if Stevenson's smooth footwork gets challenged. Does Lopez cut distance more effectively? Or does Stevenson adjust with smarter angles? Third, observe the mental game. How does each fighter handle pressure? The opening exchanges will reveal a lot. If Tyson's influence shows early in Lopez's approach, that becomes the headline everyone talks about afterward.
Fight for you, Teo.
The best fighting the best. And I think that since, you know, after a tremendous performance by Crawford against Canelo, you see that type of fight and the magnitude it brings, you know, you want to emulate it.
You could have fought anybody as well. 135. Look for unification. For you, why was this the right one?
If you look in and around my weight class, I can't get the other big fighters to get in the ring. So you got to go to somebody who's willing to do it, and he was willing to do it, so now we're here.
What do you think of Shakur, his style?
Great fighter. Good fighter. He knows how to fight. He knows how to box inside, outside. He knows how to use his lateral movement. So I think that all those things I need in order to enhance my skill sets and also to challenge myself, because we can't say we are the best if we don't see it or look for it or even go out there and test it.
You've been critical of him, though, over recent months. Like you said, he had the power of a 6-year-old at one point on social media. You did, yeah. You had a lot of tweets over there.
I don't even remember. Dang. I don't even know what I'd be doing.
But you seem to believe that 140 may be a bridge too far for him, a step too far for him.
Shakur was honestly the most flawless from 123 all the way down to 114. Since then, he's had his shares of victories. I think 135 was his top tier. 140, I think we just gotta wait and see. You know what I mean? And
those first moments will tell much of the story. If Tyson's lessons appear right away in Lopez's performance, that's what the press will focus on. But here's the reality check before we wrap up. Clips don't win fights. Names don't win fights. Preparation does. Tyson's presence adds flavor to the story, but it doesn't decide the outcome. What matters is how well those lessons were learned, how Stevenson's camp adjusts, and how both fighters execute under the lights. That's boxing. Everything else is noise until the bell rings and the fighters write the final chapter themselves.
Up to the 40s, I was already at 40.
Yeah, for sure.
So you see that 10-pound gap. I was thinking I was probably gonna move up to 47.
Okay, seeing me, you think I'm smaller in person, or like, what do you think?
I know nothing.
Okay.
I know nothing, man.
I think that was your angle with Lomachenko. Like, I felt like you knew how little Lomachenko was, and you kind of capitalized off of that.
Heck no, that man was...
This is exactly the kind of subplot that makes Fight Week impossible to ignore. You get high-level boxing knowledge, real drama, and the chance to watch young fighters evolve under the shadow of legends. Mike Tyson cautioning Shakur Stevenson after spending time in Teofimo Lopez's camp is the type of headline that pulls everyone closer to the screen. So get comfortable, clear your schedule, and enjoy the unpredictable beauty that only boxing can produce. Who wins? The bell will answer that. But the build-up alone is already a knockout story. And if you enjoyed this video, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so you never miss what's coming next.